So this video is going to be a full comparison between these three games: Conquerors Blade, Blood of Steel, and Bannerlord 2. So let's start with Blood of Steel. First of all, the progression of this game is pretty simple and straightforward. You make your glyphs once, and by the way, it's not that expensive or hard to get. You apply them to all your heroes with some tweaks for ranged and cavalry troops. You play the siege and field battles, earn silver coins, and buy the desired hero with their unit. No repair kits, no buying anything extra, no leveling, no upgrades. This game is simply plug and play. The only problem is the huge number of heroes and how differently each hero works. For example, Napoleon is the only hero that can spawn a huge cannon and have a full musket squad. And then there's the jungle lady with her units that have dogs and so on. And guess what? Farming silver is so simple. If you participate in their monthly events, you can get many heroes per event. However, there is a deal breaker here. In Conqueror's Blade, for example, there is nothing like friendly fire or friendly fire block. But in Blood of Steel, friendly units will block bullets and arrows. Also, the modeling of the units is 3D, meaning that their bodies will clash together, and going through a unit is pretty hard and will take forever, especially if there is no distance for the units to move. They will just clump together, making a blob. But look on the bright side. There is no friendly fire damage in Blood of Steel. Realism examples. In Blood of Steel, you can literally order one of your soldiers to dismount so that you can take his horse in case your horse died or was heavily damaged. Orders are kind of general, and the AI helps. Just like in CB, you can switch characters with their units when you die during a siege. And also, you can call for backup for the unit you are using mid-battle. So if your unit is 30 soldiers and you lost 20, you can ask for backup by simply pressing B and cancel it anytime if you don't need a full replenishment. Cavalry troops are split up into a soldier and a horse, as we mentioned. And yes, you can order a dismount to climb a ladder or wall to reach some annoying archers. Also, if the enemy cavalry soldiers are dead, their horses will be wandering around. You can order your troops to look for free horses and ride them in case they have lost their own. Since the hero plays with the same weapons as their troops, you can ask your unit to do a coordinated strike if they are bows or muskets, and they will fire with you in some sort of a volley. Of course, the game has some PvP modes, just like Conquerors Blade, that give skins. Finally, the most important tip I'm going to give you if you like Blood of Steel is to watch an updated tier list of the heroes before going for a good-looking one. You can have a very good start in this game with an S-tier hero. And remember, expensive doesn't always mean better. Bannerlord. Well, the first thing that's going to attract you in Bannerlord is the graphics and physics, but when you dive into it, you will realize how slow the game is compared to Conqueror's Blade, for example. But that isn't really a bad thing when it comes to how realistic the game is. It's very realistic, even more than Blood of Steel, where if you are playing longbows and the enemy unit is playing longbows, you can literally replenish your unit's ammo from the misfired arrows on the ground beside you. Your unit will literally pick up those arrows and fire them back. Same goes with javelins. I think Bannerlord has the same split cavalry, where if the soldier dies, you can still use the horse, and vice versa. I'm mentioning this since Conqueror's Blade treats cavalry as a single unit with mixed HP, so the soldier with the horse dies at once, but in Blood of Steel and Bannerlord, if the horse is struck down, the soldier will keep fighting alongside you. Now, to the progression of the game, well, it's kind of like Conqueror's Blade, where you need to go to certain lands to acquire certain units and their kits. The game has tons of farming in PvE mood to build your army, but the gameplay is way different than the other games where you can deploy all your army at once and fight with it. And of course you have all the formations that are possible in the game for any unit, so any unit can do anything unlike Conqueror's Blade and Blood of Steel. Conqueror's Blade is a medieval war siege game where you command an army of different troops. However, you can only call them into action one by one. As you can see here, this is my barracks where I care for my soldiers, upgrade them, and replenish their losses after every game. At first, this might be costly and hard, but with time, you will learn how to manage your economy, where every single battle or siege will be profitable for you. You might notice that some soldiers have different themes depending on which region they are from on the map. Of course, you need to go to that region to craft their kits and weapons. However, I always choose the easier but more expensive option of directly buying them with bronze or silver. But again, I repeat, you need a good economy to always do this, and the game helps with that through tons of non-stop events happening all the time.
Faith is our torch in a land shrouded by darkness. Devotion, our shield against heretics and sin. sword shall we bring justice and forge a path through the night. And if our swords be not enough, let righteous flames bring light. Unto death shall we uphold all honor. Brother knights, ride forth into battle. Our time is at hand.
Now, let's dive into this massive open world. This open world is for material gathering, which is a boring and time-consuming job, by the way. You can raid cities to farm silver coins and prove dominance during territory wars with your house. Alternatively, you can join the AI house, called the Cohort, which offers better titles based on your war score. Unlike the house, where the liege decides who takes what, which sometimes can be unfair. Oh, and there are oceans to cross via a ship, which is quite a sight to look at, with tons of ships sailing for war. Now let's talk about the modes and events of this game. The main modes of this game are field and siege battles, which explain themselves. The field is a battle with no castle walls to break first, and points can be recaptured repeatedly. In contrast, the siege mode has certain points that are lost for good. By the way, the war is exactly the same, but with real losses to troops and kits. The events of this game are really good and fun to play, especially the Halloween event with its amazing looks, gifts, and rewards. There's also the Colosseum Arena, where you fight for your life to entertain the crowds. The game always gives free skins with battle passes and events, as well as Twitch streams, so keep an eye on those. Additionally, I have been hosting giveaways in my Discord server for this game since Season 5. The link is in the description below. Tell me if you want a full comparison between games of this genre. And see you soon in the Battlefield Warlord.